Hey Brian, whenever you're ready, you want to send it out to me. We'll welcome to Sectional Championship High School Soccer on WABH 1380 AM, 100.3 FM, and on the TuneIn app. Search WABH, or you can stream online at www.1380wabh.com. This is Mike Warren for the call of tonight's Class B2 Sectional Championship matchup here on the turf at the stadium on the campus of Haverling Central School between the number 2 seed, Bath Haverling Rams, and the number 4 seed, the visitors, the LeRoy Oakton Knights. Both teams coming in playing great soccer here towards the end of the season, both advancing on with impressive wins in their quarterfinal and semifinal matchups. The Rams, they made it to tonight's championship game with a first win over the number 7 seed North Rose Wolcott Cougars. That was a 6-0 victory last Friday night. And then they took care of business, sending the Mustangs to the end of their seasons from Dansville. That was Monday. They won with a score of 3-1 over the Mustangs. LeRoy, they've had 2 impressive victories as well. They're on a 3-game winning streak. The last 2 in sectionals, they've both been 5-0 victories in sectional play. That first one was over the number 5 seed Waterloo team, and then they beat on Monday night. They beat upset-minded number 9 seed from Minders Academy again by the score of 5-1. The Rams coming in, they're seeking their second sectional title in program history. The first one dates all the way back to 1998, so 22 years ago. That was a 3-0 victory in the finals over Hornell. That was up in Cohocton. So Coach Ordway and the Rams looking to repeat history a little bit. And the other exciting moment about that too is that was a year, and I think it is the only year in program history for Haverling that both the boys and the girls have won sectional titles. So if the girls can pull it off tonight, the boys will have a chance at it tomorrow and try to repeat history again from that 1998 season. The girls, the Everling Rams, they come in having won the Livingston County Division I championship. This is a Livingston County Division I foe, the LeRoy Knights. The Rams advancing on. They got an overall record of 12 wins and 2 losses. And LeRoy coming in, they're 8-5-1, 8 wins, 5 losses, 1 tie, and they did finish in 3rd place of Livingston County Division I. That was behind the Hornell Red Raiders. They had a record of 3-4-1 in league play. They are on a 3-game winning streak, as we said, though, and impressively, they've scored 17 goals in those 3 games, and all of them have been clean sheets, so nobody's found the back of the net in those last 3 games, again, the last 2 being sectionals. And but it's the sectional finals. What can you say? Throw all the records aside, throw all the previous scores aside. Both teams here, they've got 80 minutes in front of them to come home to lift that wooden sectional trophy for Section 5 Class B2 championship here at the end of these 80 minutes, or maybe more. Who knows? These 2 teams are very well matched up here tonight. We've talked about COVID-19 and the impact that it's had all season long, and that's no different tonight. Some of the impacts, it's condensed the season, as we've been talking about, to only 12 regular season games. It's shortened sectionals. We had an updated schedule given to us last week where we would have been normally playing this game on Friday night. Now we're playing it here tonight on Wednesday night. And the other thing seems to be an advantage for the Rams here tonight. Home field advantage for the higher seed all the way through sectionals, including the championship game. So the Rams getting a home game, as they have all through sectionals right here on this Turf Stadium field. So we'll hope that for Coach Ordway and the Rams, that does give them a little boost here on the turf. As LeRoy is a grass field team, they have played all their home games on a grass surface up there in LeRoy. So Coach Ordway and the Rams looking to gain that advantage. The other big difference tonight is this will be the last game, no matter what, for both these teams, win or lose. There's nothing to advance on to. There's no state championships this year. So win or lose, these 2 teams will advance. One will be, as we said, lifting the trophy, and the other will be going home disappointed here after the season. So, and again, we talked about it. These 2 teams, they know each other well. They met twice in the regular season. The first one actually started the season way back at the beginning of October. That was a 5-4 overtime victory for the Rams. It was Ella Yardem scoring all 5 goals in that overtime win. That was up on the grass field up at LeRoy. And again, start off the season 5-4 victory over the Oakton Knights. And then here on the 24th of October, just a few weeks ago, the Rams impressive 5-1 victory. That was a close game at the half. The Rams pulled away in the second half and pulled away. So they have beaten these LeRoy Oakton Knights a couple times this year, but that doesn't mean anything. Like we said tonight, it's for all the money here, trying to take home the trophy for this Class B2 championship. And a little bit of revenge factor too for Coach Ordway and the Rams. If you remember, a little over a year ago, these 2 teams met in sectionals as well. That was a quarterfinal matchup. The Rams again came in as the number 2 seed. They hosted the LeRoy Oakton Knights as well. That was last year in the 2019 tournament. And LeRoy pulled off the big upset, coming in as a number 7 seed. They knocked off these Rams up at the Howard J. Rock Athletic Facility. So I'm sure a lot of the same players have returned for Coach Ordway. I'm sure they've got that on their mind. Certainly don't want a repeat of that here. And they're going to be looking to get on the board early, as they have pretty much all season long, and jump on these Knights here early on. LeRoy, they come in coached by Riley Schweinbraten, and they're led by a couple of seniors in scoring. First, it's she plays out of the midfield. She's a captain, Maddie Keister. She's got 14 goals and 10 assists on the season. And then on the attack, Bryn Lucky, another senior. She's got 12 goals, 3 assists. So but they're both great players. The Rams defense certainly needing to watch out for them tonight, keeping them off the board. They can't pay too much attention to him, though. They've got the sophomore right behind him, Bella Condidorio. She's found the back of the net 6 times, so certainly capable of finding the net as well. And with that, a little bit of a pregame here. That we're going to send it off here to the national anthem here at the stadium. We're going to send it back to our station for a short word from our sponsors.
Off the field and track area before, during, and after tonight's contest. We thank you for your cooperation. At the conclusion of tonight's contest, we'll have our awards presentation, so join us in the celebration of our champions and runner-ups. At this time, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Sung tonight by senior Mia Enders.
Let's go with 2. Let's go with 2.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we rushed were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang there, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Mia Enders. Great job.
Championship soccer here at WABH 1380, 100.3 FM. Just wrapping up the national anthem again. Another live performance here by Mia Enders, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And both teams now going to be introduced here on the field. First, and we'll introduce you to them here on the radio. First for the visiting, the number 4 seed, LeRoy Awakta Knights, coached by Riley Schwennenbraten. And it's in goal, a senior, number 0, Carrie Biggins. A junior on defense, number 1, Emily Scott. Number 2, another junior,
Senior, number 6, Ellie Damber.
Kaylin Tresco. The captain and leading scorer, number 3, she's a senior, Maddie Keister.
Senior, number 10.
Number 4, senior, Logan Shirley.
Number 13, Bella.
Number 5, junior, Megan Benware.
15.
And number 6, a senior, Ella Dambra. Number 9, a junior, Ashley Michelle. Their second leading scorer on the attack, a 5th-year senior, number 10, Bryn Lucky. Number 13, a sophomore, Bella Condidorio. And number 15, a senior, Amara Condidorio. And now for the number 2 seed, they come in as the home team with a record of 12-1, coached by Braden Ordway. A junior on defense, number 5, Sydney Burns. And number 6, a junior in the midfield, Lillian Dixon. Leading scorer, a freshman, number 7, Ella Yardom. A sophomore on defense, number 8, Natalie Freely. A freshman in the midfield, leading the team in assists, number 10, Keegan Smith. Number 13 at the midfield, number 12, Olivia Beard. Number 15 on the attack, sophomore, Meredith Tchaikovsky. Number 16, the center of the back, she's a senior, Maya Rusak. Number 18, also on defense, she's a sophomore, Kelsey Thorpe. freshman at the outside midfield, number 21, Emma Lukenbach. And in goal for the Rams, number 17, a senior, Carly Wheeler. Both teams now are on the field. Haven't talked much about the Rams here in the pregame, but certainly we talked about the youth all year. We're going to start off talking about them with the veteran leadership stepping up here in sectionals. Certainly it's been Maya Rusak at the center back and finding the back of the net, really stepping up. Lillian Dixon scored 4 goals in their first 2 games. So play is underway now. This championship matchup, it's the Haverling Rams with the kickoff. They're attacking right to left. They're in their blue as they have been all through sectionals, all through the postseason. They're attacking right to left. They've got their white numbers, Haverling across the chest. It's LeRoy. They're attacking left to right. They're in all white, looks like black numbers out there on the field, and they're attacking left to right going towards the school. So Carly Wheeler down defending in front of the library of the school here. We are at the Turf Stadium here in Bath at Haverling Central School, and we're early on in this championship Class B2 matchup between the Rams and the Oakton Knights. Rams now with a throw in on the far sideline. Looks to be Lukenbach over there. And pretty much both teams kind of pulled all the way to that sideline. Looks like if the Rams can change the field here, Olivia Beers is pretty much all by herself, but the ball's going to go out of bounds on that far side. And throw in for LeRoy. Ball down to the foot of Keister. She's all over the field. I remember when they played here just a few weeks ago. She scored their goal off a direct kick, but she also pretty much runs the field, tries to create, and she's the playmaker for the Oakton Knights. That ball up the chest of Smith. She leaves it over to Yardom. Smith still on the ball. Plays it up and over. Finds Chakowski going down the right-hand side. She keeps it in. Oh, now the flag's going to go up. There's a late flag. The ball, she's going to see, the official going to see if she got to it. She did. And the flag went up. Offside's called. Chakowski. Great ball in there over the top by Smith. And Chakowski is maybe a step ahead and going to be called for offside. It's going to be an indirect kick now coming out for the LeRoy Oakton Knights. Again, a 3-man officiating crew here. One in the middle's got the whistle. The 2 on the sidelines, they've got the flags. They can raise it, but it's up to the official of whether he chooses to acknowledge and make the call or not. That time the flag went up and the official blew the whistle. Ball now into the corner for Smith. It's Chakowski leading her into the corner. Big cross, tries to get it over, and it's going to go off the end line out of bounds for a goal kick for the Rams. No other games. If you've been with us the last few nights, we've had the other games on the other side of the bracket. This is the last one for both teams. It's the LeRoy Oakton Knights versus the Haverling Rams. We're 2.5 minutes in, still no score. That goal kick out off the foot of Creeley, all the way back now to Rusak. Nice left-footed ball down the left side to Beers. Beers leaves it for Dixon. Dixon's still here. She plays it forward to Yardom. She's got one on her. Tries to get into the middle. That's number 13 for LeRoy trying to defend against Yardom. Played now down the right side. It's Smith on the right corner. She crosses, gets a shot off near post, saved by Biggins off the end line, and a corner kick. Good low-driven shot there by Smith. She was on the far side. She went near post. Biggins diving for the save, deflected it off the end line. The Rams' first corner kick of the night here. We're about 3.5 minutes into the action here from Haverling Central School, tonight's Class B2 championship match. This is Rusak now set to take this kick. Rams have a player right in front of the goalkeeper, Biggins. That looks to be Beers. Rusak going to take this from the far sideline. She drives it. It's right at the near post. Biggins just punches it out again. Going to be a corner kick again right at that same side. Biggins went up over the top of everybody. She couldn't grab a hold of it, but she knocked it off the end line again, right back. And it's going to be Rusak again for the corner kick on that far sideline. That ball was just inside the near post, and Biggins knocked it out. Rusak again. The Rams have Beers in front of the goalkeeper, making a run from about 12 yards out. This ball in, and it's going to go off the end line. Flag goes up out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Knights. Good chance there early on for the Rams. Smith got the shot off. It was driven low and hard, and Biggins came up with a nice save at that near post and keep the Rams off the scoreboard. Goal kick taken now. Rams pretty much bunched up all on the far sideline with the Knights. Ball comes out into the center circle with a lot of spin on it. It's Bryn Lucky there in the center circle. Plays it across out to number 4 there. It's Logan Shirley. She maintains possession. Leaves it back. Taken away now by Beers. Beers tries to find Dixon. Yardom has the ball knocked away from her by Bella Condodorio. And now right at midfield, the Rams try to maintain possession. Going to come all the way across, and it's Creeley playing the ball forward, looking for Yardom. Couldn't quite make that connection. Down the left side now. That's Smith trying to get on the end of it. She puts a shoulder into Shirley. Shirley goes down, and it's going to be a direct kick now for the Knights coming out of their defensive end early on in tonight's Class B2 championship matchup. Going to be about 35 yards out with this direct, right in front of the LeRoy bench, maybe 5 yards in from the sideline. Ball played to midfield, played forward there by Burns, finds Yardom. Yardom can't quite control it. Condodorio comes across, a little bit heavy touch, and Tchaikovsky gets on the end of it, slots it through, finds Yardom. She's into the box, gets a shot off. Goal for the Rams. Ella Yardom puts them up 1-0 and 6 minutes in. A great through ball there by Meredith Tchaikovsky, and found her at the 18. And Yardom, she slotted it past the diving Biggins. The Rams lead 1-0 6 minutes into tonight's championship matchup. Great through ball there by Tchaikovsky. And Yardom, she knew what to do with it. She found the back of the net. They lead 1-0, the Rams over the Knights. That pressure has paid off. That's the first 6 minutes. The Rams have had the ball in their attacking end. And finally a nice through ball there from Tchaikovsky. And Yardom finding the back of the net. Kickoff now for LeRoy. Trying to maintain possession. Rams knock it away. Smith trying to keep it in on the far sideline. Can't quite get to it. And it's going to be a throw-in for LeRoy. That's been the secret for Coach Ordway through the postseason, is get on the board early. Not quite as early as the first two, but certainly 5 minutes in. Any coach would take that, a goal in the first 5 minutes, and the Rams have done it again tonight. Getting on the board, they're leading 1-0. Ball now into the middle to Benware, knocked away by the Rams. Dixon coming out with it, looking for Smith, a little bit too far out in front. Ball right at the center circle now. Played forward by Tresco. Rams trying to knock it out of their defensive end. One there by Creeley. Hopped up in the air. A lot of spin on that ball. Comes down to the foot of a LeRoy player. Back in the middle to Keister. Keister's got Dixon in front of her. Lee plays the ball down the left-hand side. A little bit of space. Rusak comes over, knocks it free right at the top of the 18. Now she's going to knock it out into almost to midfield on the ground. This ball back in. Played, Creeley tried to play it with her foot instead of heading it. It comes down to the foot of Bryn Lucky. She gets a shot off near post, off the end line, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Rams. A little bit of a misplay there by Creeley. The ball came down to the foot of their second leading scorer, Bryn Lucky. She got the shot off at that near post, but it was wide into the side netting, and the Rams going to take the goal kick out of their defensive end. Ball played forward again into the box. They're knocked out there by Thorpe. Comes down to Shirley for LeRoy. Now it's played forward to Yardom. She's battling with Emily Scott. Scott leaves it out to the outside. And the ball played in, this time by Logan Shirley, trying to get the ball into the middle. Misplay there by Lukenbach's going to go all the way back into the hands of Carly Wheeler. No damage done. Lukenbach kind of took a swing and a miss there, but it rolled right back into the box. Carly Wheeler coming off her line, able to pull that ball in. Punt up into the center circle, backheaded. Yardom trying to get on the end of it. She's got 3 defenders around her. Now Smith wins the second ball, plays it to the outside, finds Tchaikovsky. She's got one in front of her. Yardom making a run to the corner. Tchaikovsky going down the right side, a little bit too far out in front, and it's going to go off the end line for a corner kick. Looks like that went off Chakowski, but the defender there for LeRoy tried to keep it in, lost possession, and it went out off the end line. And the Rams with their third corner kick here, we're 9 minutes in. They lead 1-0 over LeRoy. High school sports on AM 1380 WABH FM 100.3 is brought to you by Pizza D's. Pizza, wings, subs, calzones, salads, and more at 31 Liberty Street. Call 622-4200 for pizza delivered. Fagan's Funeral Home. 4 generations. We have provided compassionate, caring, dependable service when you need it most. That ball into the box bounced up in the air off the hands of Biggins, and Rams had a couple chances for it and couldn't quite knock it in. Going to be off this near sideline now, and it's Rusak coming all the way across, going to take this corner kick. The 4th of the night here, 10 minutes in, as Mia Enders checks into the game for Olivia Beers. Enders, as we said, through this sectional run has done a live rendition of the national anthem before each of the games, so pretty tough to get from the press box. This ball in now into about the 12. Comes down to the foot of Smith, leaves it back to Rusak. Rusak drives it low and hard across the middle of the box. Bounces out. Lukenbach trying to get to it. She's battling with Bryn Lucky. Now it's going to be Thorpe. She traps it down, plays it forward. Yardom gets on the end of it. She's on the far post, gets a shot off. One hop into the hands of Biggins. Talking about Mia Enders, she not only sings the national anthem, she tries to run down, and pretty difficult to get on the field for a starting nod. But she's into the game here early on for Coach Ordway and the Rams. Headed forward there by Smith. As she jumped, her hands came up a little bit into the back of Keister, and a foul is going to be called on Smith. She went up high for it, but maybe used a little leverage off of Keister's shoulders there to get that, to win that header. Going to be a direct kick now. Keister playing the ball forward down the right-hand side, up and over everybody. It's number 5 here, Benware, and knocked away by Lukenbach. Smith tracking back to win the ball, looking for Enders. Enders tried to make a run into the outside. Ball was played to the inside. Smith back on the ball, getting around that midfielder, and it's going to go out of bounds. Just maybe a half a ball outside the yellow striped lines here on the football field, and it's going to be a throw-in for Logan Shirley and the Knights. Again, the Rams seeking their second sectional championship here in program history, the first back in 1998. It's Lucky trying to get around the corner, can't quite do it, out of bounds, and it's going to be a Haverling throw. Nice job there by Maya Rusak coming across and knocking that ball off the foot. It was Benware, not Lucky, that went off the foot. Backhead there off the throw in, off the foot this time of Enders, out of bounds, right in front of the Rams bench. It's going to be Shirley with the throw in for LeRoy. Right back to Shirley. She pounds it forward off the back heel of Dixon. This ball up and over. Yardom's onside. She's behind the defense. She cuts it back. She's got one defender on her, trying to get it nicely slowing her down. Ball across the middle, all the way to the far side. Chakowski's on the ball, about 20 yards out now. Leaves it for Burns. Burns now going to pull it back to Smith. Smith's got 2 on her, back to Burns on the right side. She flicks it, tries to get it on into the box, can't quite do it. Going to deflect off a Keister there, go out of bounds off the far sideline, and a throw in for the Rams. Good ball up and over everybody, defended nicely there by LeRoy. It was Yardom's speed. She couldn't quite get past that last defender. They slowed her down and gave a chance for all the rest of the LeRoy defense to get back. This ball into the foot of Dixon. She turns on it. Rebound given up, and it's Smith finding the back of the net for the Rams. Dixon, great shot. Rebound about 2 yards away from the goalkeeper, Biggins, and Smith was there to pounce on it. The Rams lead 2-0. 27 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in the first half. It's the Rams 2, the Knights 0. Great shot there, early shot turned on that was Lillian Dixon right at the hands or off the chest of the goalkeeper. As we said, it only bounded a couple yards away, but Keegan Smith was there. She found the rebound, she found the back of the net. The Rams now lead 2-0 over the Knights. Kickoff now for LeRoy. Again, they're attacking left to right in their white. this ball all the way back to Keister. She plays a short ball through, looking for Michelle. Rams take that ball away, go down the right-hand side. It's Chakowski, a little bit of space in front of her. Keister coming over. Ball played now into the middle to Burns. Burns to the right-hand corner, looking for Yardom to make that run, and it's going to go off the end line, and a goal kick for the Oakton Knights. High school sports on AM 1380, WAVH, FM 100.3 is brought to you by R&D Outdoor Solutions, Bath Steel Equipment Store, featuring power saws, lawn trimmers, and leaf blowers on East William Street in Bath. And the Italian Market at Southern Tier Provisions, featuring subs, wraps, soups, and everything Italian on Route 415, south of Bath. That goal kick off one of the Rams on the far sideline, going to be a throw-in now for LeRoy. Trying to get the ball out of their defensive end. The Rams have had the pressure on most of this first half. We're 14 minutes in. They lead 2-0 on a goal from Yardom. The second goal coming just a minute ago off the foot of Keegan Smith. The two freshmen finding the back of the net for the Rams tonight. Smith now still on the ball. She's on the far side, just outside the box. She tries to cross it. Comes back to the foot. That looks like Keister. She's trying to get the ball out of her defensive end. Going to lay it off to the middle, right to the foot of Dixon. She gets a shot up. Another rebound. And another goal for the Rams. This time it's Yardom again. Dixon with a shot. The rebound came back. Yardom was there. Found the back of the net again. The Rams lead 3-0. 25 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Ella Yardom finding the back of the net for the second time tonight. That was a rocket this time by Lillian Smith. It was right at the head, a little bit above the head of the goalkeeper Biggins. She again gave up a little bit of a rebound, not much, but Ella Yardom was there. She knew what to do with it. First time that in the back of the net. The Rams lead 3-0. 15 minutes into tonight's championship matchup. Just a reminder, we got more championship soccer for you tomorrow night. It's going to be the boys back in action, and they too will be right here on this turf field. They're going to be taking on the number 6 seed, the Bishop Kearney Kings from Rochester, and that'll be a repeat of last year's B2 championship matchup as well. Bishop Kearney pulling off the victory over Penn Yan last night. The Rams advancing with an impressive 6-0 victory over Williamson, and that's setting up the Rams final tomorrow night. That'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff right here from Haverling. We'll have the call for you here on AM 1380, WAVH, FM 100.3, the Rams Radio Network. Throw in now for the Rams on the Luckenbach right here at midfield between the two benches. Nope, she's going to leave. It's going to be a LeRoy throw. Down the right side now, it's off the head of a LeRoy player, number 5 there, Benware. And now it's Luckenbach going to take the throw in right in front of the Rams bench. Finds the foot of Yardom. Yardom tries to play it across into the middle. No one there for the Rams. Burns trying to get on the end of it. Now it's out to Creeley. Creeley plays it across to the other side. It's Chakowski checking back, plays it forward to Dixon. A little bit of a heavy touch, see if she can keep it in. Nope, she can't. And it's going to go out of bounds on that far sideline for a throw-in for LeRoy. LeRoy looking for an open player, not quite able to find one. Dixon on the back of that ball coming in. This time it's going to be Thorpe winning it with her left foot, playing it up and over. It's Smith and one of the LeRoy players colliding. LeRoy players down. Smith's going to get a yellow card. And we'll see who that is. Can't see a number there for LeRoy. A pretty heavy collision there. And Keegan Smith going to come off the field. She does get the yellow card. She hopped right back up, but LeRoy player still down. We got 24 minutes, 31 seconds to go. A little bit of an injury here on the field. We're going to send it back to our station for a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back with more exciting championship action here on the Rams Radio Network. between the Rams and the LeRoy Lockton Knights. The Rams lead 3-0 here. 24 and a half minutes to go in the first half. A little bit of an injury update is number 2, Kaylin Tresco, that was injured. She was able to get up and come off under her own power. There was a direct kick put in play by LeRoy, and the Rams going to knock the ball all the way down and off the foot of a LeRoy defender and take the throw in on the far sideline for the Haverling Rams. Good to see Tresco up, and as we said, under her own power. She's kind of holding her hip and back area. Don't know exactly what happened. Like we said, it was a pretty heavy collision there between Smith and Tresco, and Smith came off the field, and Tresco was able to get off under her own power. The Rams now with a throw-in on the far sideline. They're deep in their attacking end. They lead 3-0 here 17 minutes into the first half of tonight's Class B2 sectional finals. Smith checking back in now. Amia Enders coming off. Throw-in now for the Rams on the far sideline in their attacking end. Comes down to the foot of Dixon. She's got her back to goal over in the far corner, gets it off to her left foot, tries to cross it into the 18. Tchaikovsky can't quite get there, comes out to the foot of yard, and she gets a shot off the near post, off the side netting, out of bounds for a goal kick for the Knights. LeRoy set to put this ball in play off that goal kick. Up in, nice header there by Keister, right to the center circle, right down to the foot of Rusak. She's going to knock it down, play it forward, looking for Smith, gets past her. Right now, comes right back to her foot. She's up and over, looking for Yardom. She finds her down the right side, and it's Condodorio coming across, not giving Yardom much space, knocking the ball out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in again. That was off Yardom. It's going to be a throw-in deep in their defensive end for LeRoy. Good ball again, up over the top by Smith. Yardom, her speed's paying off, trying to get behind that defense, and she has a couple times tonight. And looks to be, they're going to take a kick here. Must have been an offside call, I guess, or maybe a foul on Yardom. But it's going to be a kick coming out of the goal box for LeRoy. Down the left-hand side, looking for Bryn Lucky. They find her. She's got Thorpe in front of her. She lays the ball square, taken away by Dixon. Dixon's got all sorts of space now in front of her. Finally, somebody steps up, tries to slow her down. She's still going forward down that right side. Leaves it down into the corner, too far out in front of Tchaikovsky, and off the end line for a goal kick for the Knights. Again, just a reminder, tomorrow we got our last game of the season. No matter what, it's the Haverling boys going to be in the sectional finals as well. It's going to be right here on this turf stadium field at Haverling. They're going to take on the Bishop Kearney Kings, and that too will be a repeat of last year's B2 finals. That'll be a 6 o'clock start. We'll have all the action here for you on AM 1380, WABH, FM 100.3. Creeley now trying to play that ball up overhead. She finally brings it down. She had some pressure there from Ashley Michelle. She plays it to the right side looking for Tchaikovsky. She's on the ball. Ball's going to go out of bounds and off of Tchaikovsky for a throw-in for the Knights. Ball into midfield. Smith wins that one, knocks it out of bounds again. Nope, that was Burns that time knocking it out. Throw in right at midfield now for LeRoy on that far sideline. If you've been with us the last couple of nights, still a cold night here for soccer, but the wind has died down over the last couple of nights. Really a factor in the semifinal matchups here. The girls on Monday night, the boys last night. But tonight, as we said, it is cold, but the wind isn't blowing, so the wind chill not quite as bad as it's been, and certainly don't expect it to have much of a bearing on tonight's matchup here between the Rams and the Knights. Throwing down the right side, finds Tchaikovsky. She's still got the ball at her foot. She tries to turn and play it forward to Smith. Going to knock it off the foot of that LeRoy defender and out of bounds. And it's going to be Burns checking over to take this throw in. We're about the halfway mark of this first half. The Rams leading 3-0 off of 2 goals from Yardom, 1 from Keegan Smith. They lead 3-0 over the Knights. Smith trying to play the ball down into the corner for Dixon. Dixon plays it off the foot of LeRoy defender. and it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to have a throw in, but first we're going to have a mass break here from Haverling Stadium, the Turf Stadium field here. The Rams lead 3-0, 19 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the first half. We're at the mass break. We're going to send it back to our studios for a quick word from our sponsors. It's the LeRoy defender tracking all the way back. She's got a little bit of space. Smith trying to put some pressure on her. Ball goes up and over right to midfield. The ball won that time by Thorpe. Right back to Smith. Smith tries to bring it down. Can't quite control it. And the ball back out almost to midfield. Rams win it again. That's Dixon. She plays the ball a little bit too heavy down the right-hand side off the end line. Going to be a goal kick. But the Rams, again, keeping the pressure in their attacking end as they have most of the first half here. We're 22 minutes in. They lead 3-0 on the scoreboard and have kept the pressure on pretty much the entire first half. Goal kick now. Rams again marking man for man here. Ball comes down to the foot of Keister. She's going to, Keister now has it. Nice through ball there up to midfield. That's Bryn Lucky right at midfield. She's got Thorpe on her. Thorpe just not allowing her to get past her. Thorpe just very patient there. Lucky hobbling a little bit, but one ball went off the foot of Thorpe and out of bounds right in front of the Rams bench. It's LeRoy going to take this throw. Number 4 coming across, that's Logan Shirley right in front of the Rams bench, looking to go down the right-hand side. Comes down to number 5. That's Benware. Now the Rams maintain possession. It's Chakowski. She plays it forward to Enders. Enders got one on her back. She gets trying to get down the left side, get it out of the Rams defensive end. Finally taken away by Dixon. Plays forward to Smith. She's got Yarda making a run. Through ball again, and the center back for LeRoy coming across, reading that ball well, going to knock it out of bounds. It's number 15 for LeRoy. That's Amara Condidorio. She's the senior. Bella, I'm assuming they're sisters. She's a sophomore, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Sydney Burns with a throw-in right in front of the LeRoy bench. Burns looking for Yardam down the left-hand line. Ball played out now by LeRoy. Defended there by Creeley. She knocks it forward. Enders gets on it. She plays it into the middle to Smith. Smith going to leave it back to Creeley. Creeley's got a little bit of space. Plays it square to Dixon. Dixon forward to about to 20 to Yardam. She tries to get around that defender. Can't quite do it. And LeRoy looking to play the ball out. Can't quite do it. Dixon keeping it in for the Rams. Looking for Chakowski on the outside. And she's able to keep it in. Gets around that defender. She's on the touchline. Looking to play it back to Smith. She gets a shot off, deflects off the center back, and LeRoy knocking it out. But it's Lukenbach keeping it in for the Rams. This time Enders in front of the goal. She gets a shot. Oh, just wide for the Rams. Great ball in there by Lukenbach. Enders got it at the 18, got past the defender, got the shot off, just missed that near post, and off the end line for a goal kick. Enders doing a great job in front of the goal, getting that shot off. And had the goalkeeper Biggins beat, but just couldn't find the side netting, just a little bit wide and out of bounds for a goal kick. Coming out to Keister. She's got Burns on her back, trying to play the ball forward down the left-hand side. It's Condidorio battling with Lukenbach. Ball now into the center circle, into Benware. Benware back out. She's going to maintain possession in the center circle, plays it forward to Bryn Lucky. Taken away this time by Creeley. Creeley thought Smith was going to check back. Smith was making a run. Creeley does get the ball back, plays it to the outside to Chakowski. Chakowski down the right-hand side. Smith's going to get on the end of this one. She's got 2 defenders on her. She looks across off the foot of one of the defenders right back to her. She's still faced up, facing goal. Gets it to her left foot, spins around, back to her right foot. She's on the touchline, gets across off the far post over the top of the goal, out of bounds, and a goal kick for the Knights. Good move there by Smith to create a little bit of space for her on the touchline. She got the cross off, but it was just over the crossbar, out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick here for the Knights. Unofficially, the stats, of course, the Rams lead 3-0 here on the scoreboard. They've outshot the Knights by a tally of 10-1. 6 saves for the goalkeeper, Biggins, none for Carly Wheeler. And corner kicks, the Rams also the advantage there. 4 corner kicks to none here for the Oakton Knights. Burns now on the ball, going to play it square to Smith. Smith trying to find Yardam a little bit forward. She's now going to take a shot about 35 yards out. Not much pace on it. Right into the hands of Biggins. And Biggins going to come out to her 18 looking to punt. Get this ball out of danger here for a little bit for LeRoy. That punt into the center circle, played forward by Creeley. Comes down to the foot of Keister. She's trying to direct traffic. Bryn Lucky making a run down this right side. Knocked out there by Thorpe. Thorpe doing a good job, not giving Lucky any space. The ball's coming to her. Either Thorpe's winning it, or if Lucky wins it, then she can't do anything with it except go backwards. And I believe we talked about Keister as well. Sydney Burns pretty much shadowing Keister wherever she goes on the field as well. She's had a little bit of space, but we haven't called her name much tonight. Is Maddie Keister, the leading scorer for the Knights. Throw in now for LeRoy right in front of the bench. It does come down to Keister. She leaves it back to Condodorio into the center now. That's Amara Condodorio plays the ball forward into the center circle. This time taken away by Creeley. She's going to play it forward right to midfield to Chakowski. Chakowski's going to turn. She's got a little bit of space in front. Plays it forward to Smith. Smith about 40 yards out looking for a return ball to Chakowski. Can't make that connection. And it's Lukenbach taking the ball away on that far sideline. Comes right back to Lukenbach. She's got one on her back. Leaves it for Smith. Smith's got, no, that's Chakowski over there. She looks for Burns. The ball taken away in the midfield. That's Keister now. A little bit of space. Playing the ball forward. Right at midfield now to Lucky. She's got her back to goal. She leaves it to the outside. This is going to go off the foot of the outside midfielder. That's number 4, Logan Shirley, making an overlapping run off her foot out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Rams. Mia Enders set to take this right in front of Coach Ordway and the Rams bench. We got 12 minutes to go here in the first half. It's the Haverling Rams 3, the LeRoy Oakton Knights 0. That ball played all the way forward by Keister, all the way back to the foot of Maya Rusak. She's going to play it back up to midfield. Keister heads the ball forward, comes back down to her foot, up again. Now Thorpe going to chest it down, and she had pressure there from Lucky. Thorpe just going to knock it out of bounds, give a throw in to LeRoy. They're in their attacking third now, and it's going to be Shirley coming up to take this throw in for LeRoy. Thorpe is tracking right with Lucky down the right-hand side. Another player there, that's number 9, checking over to the ball. That's Michelle. And the throw-in comes in right to off the chest. Burns, she tries to play it out with her left foot off the outside of her foot, out of bounds again. And Shirley quickly into Keister. She plays the ball to the top of the box at this near side. Thorpe tries to bounce it out. Going to go off the foot of Michelle and out of bounds. And the Rams going to have a throw in this time down to the right. Coach Clancy trying to chase the ball down. He decides it's too far away. He's not going to make that much of a run. And Lukenbach now coming over to take the throw in for the Rams. May have been a good way for Coach Clancy to stay warm tonight down there if he'd have chased after that one, but he decided better against. He's going to stay in his coach's box. This ball out of bounds off LeRoy. Throw in now for Enders. She's going to leave it for Lukenbach right in front of Coach Clancy. This time assistant coach Mike Clancy and Coach Braden Ordway. Right to midfield. One hop up and over now. It's Yardom. She's going to play Smith down the left-hand side. Smith's got one on her. Flag goes up and looked to be offsides as Smith played the ball back into Yardom, and it must have been on the first pass. Smith maybe a half step offsides, and it's going to be an indirect kick coming out of the defensive end for LeRoy. It was Yardom back off to the races if that offsides hadn't been called, but it was. They're going to call it back, and about the 25-yard line of the football field right here in front of the LeRoy bench. LeRoy set to take this indirect kick. It's Amara Condodorio set to take the kick for the Knights. Up and over in the center of the field. Comes down to Benware. Benware defended there by Dixon. This time it's going to be Creeley knocking it back right to midfield. Coming forward now is LeRoy. Plays the ball all the way down into the box. Maya Rusak tracking over. One times it right out of the box. Down the right-hand side. Up and over midfield. Yardom chasing it and putting a little bit of pressure on, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. She tried to get to it. Looks like she did, but knocked it out of bounds on the far sideline for another throw-in for LeRoy. Rams win that throw-in. Comes down to the foot of Yardom again. She's tracking back, moving away from goal. Still got possession. Not much help there. She turns, gets away from the pressure, going down the right-hand side. Going to play it down the side to Chakowski. She's got a little space. She's looking to cross. On the end line, it's going to go off the end, off the foot of LeRoy. And another corner kick, the 5th of the night for the Haverling Rams. Going to be Maya Rusak coming up to take this kick for the Rams. High school sports on AM 1380 WABH. FM 100.3 is brought to you by the Village Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy with a 15-minute prescription guarantee. And Lake Country Chiropractic. Improve your health and performance levels through specific chiropractic care delivered by Dr. Rick on West Deben Street in Bath. It is Rusak going to take this corner kick. Rams in front of the goal. It's going to go off the end line, off the back of the netting, and out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick coming out for the Knights. Again, we talked about the importance of those set pieces. Don't want to give up those chances. That ball off the end line didn't give any of the Rams players a chance. And it's going to be a goal kick coming out for the LeRoy Oakton Knights. Right to off the chest of Tchaikovsky. She knocks it down, still on the ball. And it's going to be played forward. This time it's going to go out of bounds. And Haverling with a throw. Going to be Burns checking over to that far sideline. Going to take the throw in for the Rams. Just a reminder, tomorrow night we'll have more championship soccer action here on AM 1380 WABH. FM 100.3. It's going to be the boys back in action. They advanced on in the semifinal win last night over Williamson. They're going to be taking on the Bishop Kearney Kings, who beat Penn-Yan, the number 2 seed. They won by a score of 2-0, setting up a repeat of last year's finals. The Haverling Rams, the number 1 seed, taking on the number 4 seed, Bishop Kearney Kings. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, we'll have all the action here on the Rams Radio Network. That throw-in comes right back to the foot of Dixon. She tries to get the ball across. Enders couldn't quite get to the end of it. Lukenbach now heads the ball over to Thorpe. Thorpe tries to play it forward. Ball knocked away from Keister by Burns. It's over to Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky going down the right-hand side. She's into the box, trying to keep it on, and it's going to go off the end line, and a goal kick for the Knights. The Rams, again, if you've been with us here, just joining us, they've had the pressure on their attacking end pretty much most of the first half. A couple of quick counters for LeRoy, but nothing really came out of them. And the Rams have had the ball in their attacking end most of this first half. They lead by a score of 3-0 over the Knights. Ball comes down to the foot of Creeley, off square to Lucky. Lucky's going to leave it back. And now coming forward, back to Lucky. She's still in her defensive end. Smith tries to knock it away. Finally, Thorpe does knock it away right to the foot of Condodorio. No, that's number 5, Benware. Back to Lucky. Back outside here to Shirley. Shirley's got a little pressure in front of her from Beers and forcing the ball to go out of bounds. The Rams going to have a throw in right below us here at midfield. That pressure coming from all areas of this Rams, the attack and the midfield, as well as the defense. The LeRoy Knights not able to do much with the ball. Once they get it, they're forcing them to go backwards, or in that case, dribble the ball right out of bounds, and the Rams going to take that throw. This time it's going to go out of bounds off the Rams, and LeRoy going to have a throw in right in front of their bench. We got 5 minutes to go here in the first half. It's the Haverling Rams leading 3-0 over the LeRoy Oakton Knights. Out of bounds again, Haverling with a throw in. It's going to be Lukenbach leaving it there for Olivia Beers. Right in front of the LeRoy bench, going down the left-hand side. One hop to the head of Yardam. She flicks it up and over to Condodorio. Ball comes back out. Natalie Creeley steps up in front of number 12 now. Megan Rinker in for... and a foul going to be called on the Rams. Going to be a direct kick now coming out. It's going to be Keister to take this out of their defensive end. Drives it straight down the middle. Dixon knocks it forward into the center circle. Finds Smith. Smith plays it to the outside for Beers. Beers still on the ball. Gets around the midfielder. She's got it on her left foot. Plays it forward for Yardam. Just past Yardam. Condodorio is going to track back. She slips. Ball goes out of bounds. And Haverling going to take the throw. It's going to be Beers set to take this throw for the Haverling Rams. Down to the foot of Yardam. She's trying to get the ball, crosses the ball into the box, deflects back, comes down to the foot of Burns about 25 yards out. She tries to get a shot off, trying to bend it in, and not enough bend on it, off the end line, and another goal kick for the Knights. 4 or 5 points again, Feisty. Another sub coming in here. It's Enders checking back in for Beers. If you remember, Beers was hurt in that semifinal matchup. Good to see her back on the field and contributing, playing a great game here so far in this first half for Coach Ordway and the Rams. Ball comes out now. This is number 12, Rinker, taken away this time by Lukenbach. plays the ball forward to Enders, knocked out by Rinker. Haverling again with a throw in at midfield. Right below us here in the press box, they're attacking right to left in their royal blue. They lead 3-0. Throw in again, Condodorio battling with Yardom. Smith going to knock it forward this time, back into the middle. Played forward, and it's Lukenbach winning that ball. Gets it to Creeley. Creeley's got some space, looking for Enders going down the left. Can't quite make that connection. Comes all the way back out to midfield. Lukenbach going to shield that ball out of bounds. They let it go out and going to take that throw in. She had her back to their goal and just decided it was better to take the throw in than to try to turn. Now it's at the foot of Enders. A little bit too much pace on it to get it to Yardom. Gets it past her. Ball comes out to Lucky at the midfield. She's got Thorpe on her back. Lucky's going to leave it. Played forward now up to number 9. That's Michelle. Taken away there by Creeley. She's still on the ball. Looking to go up and over. Looking for Smith. Now it's Yardom making a run to that right-hand side. And the defender there for LeRoy just decides to knock it out of bounds. Let's be safe about this. Get it out of bounds. And Haverling with a throw. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Haverling with 3 goals in the first 20 minutes. It was Yardom. It was Smith off a rebound. Then it was Yardom again off a rebound. And the Rams lead 3-0 here just before halftime. Yardom again on that far sideline. Lays the ball back to Chakowski. Chakowski tries to get it in off the foot of Dixon. LeRoy now trying to not get out of danger. Can't quite do it. Smith takes it away. Plays the ball all the way to the outside, trying to find Enders, and it's going to go past Enders out of bounds for a throw-in out of their defensive end for LeRoy. Rinker now, ball bounces up, still in front of the LeRoy bench, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Lukenbach, and a throw-in for LeRoy. Rams looking for a handball there off of Rinker, didn't get it. And it's down to Shirley. Yardom battling back, trying to win that ball. Going to go all the way across to Chakowski. She's got Lucky on her back. Tries to thread the needle, looking for Yardom again. Couldn't quite find her. Chakowski's still battling to keep that ball in. Now it's coming out to Lucky. Lucky plays the ball back to the outside on the left-hand side. Going to slow it up as LeRoy. Drop the ball back again. This time it's up and over midfield. Headed down right at the center circle there by Thorpe. Down to the foot of Dixon. Dixon plays it down the right-hand side. Chakowski making a run, trying to get down there. She's on the ball. Look at the cross. She gets on the end line. Able to keep... Oh, no. Flag comes up. Ball is just over the end line. Out of bounds. And that's probably going to wrap it up here. We got about 15 seconds to go here in the first half. LeRoy's going to take this goal kick as we're under 10. This ball up into the center. Won by LeRoy. They turn... You get past Smith now, still through the midfield. And that's going to do it here at the end of the first half. It's the Haverling Rams leading 3-0 over the LeRoy Lockton Knights. As we said, it was Yardom in the first 5 minutes. A nice through ball played there by Chakowski. She found the back of the net just over 5 minutes into the game. And then it was Dixon getting a shot off. Rebound was given up by the goalkeeper, Carrie Biggins. And Smith was there to pounce on it, find the back of the net again. And then just a few minutes later, same scenario. Dixon turned, got the shot off. This one was in the air. Yardom picked it right out of the air, found the back of the net. That's where we stand. The Rams 3, the Knights 0. And certainly a good first half for the Rams. We talked about the pressure they kept on there at the attacking end, and they come away with a 3-0 lead here at the half. And both teams going to go down, head down to the goal mouths here, get a little bit of a talking to. We're going to send it back to our studio for a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with the first half wrap up. Meredith Jakowski, and then it was Keegan Smith following up a rebound off the shot of Lillian Dixon, and then just about a minute later it was Yardom again, another rebound off of a Dixon shot. Biggins popped it up in the air, Yardom picked it out of the air into the back of the net. That's where we stand. The Rams 3, the Knights 0. And the Rams looking, as we said earlier, looking for their second championship, Section 5 championship here in school history. The first dating all the way back to 1998. That too was a 3-0 victory. It was over Hornell up in Cohocton on the grass field there in Cohocton. I think the only link that we might have here, maybe a couple of them, Coach Adam Dietz, I think, was coaching the JVs then. He still is. And I think Coach Clancy, he's the assistant now, but I think he was the head coach of that team back in 1998. So certainly, hopefully the Rams can hold on here to claim, like we said, their second championship, Section 5 championship here in 2020. COVID shortened season here, and unfortunately this will be the last game for both these teams. No states, so there will be no state qualifiers for them to advance onto, but certainly a sectional patch would be nice to add a little bit of excitement here in a 2020 that's been challenging for everybody. The Rams certainly well on their way here, 3-0 over the Knights. But we know how impressive this attacking team can be from LeRoy. So that's certainly not over yet. We got 40 minutes to play here in the second half. I'm sure Coach Ordway is telling the girls, the Rams players, let's not rest here. Let's find the fourth or maybe the fifth, and not give them a chance to get on the board. The next goal certainly will be a big one in this matchup here in the second half. But the Lady Rams, they're leading 3-0 at the half. They also lead on the stat sheet. They're out shooting the Knights 11-1. 7 saves for Biggins, none for Carly Wheeler. And corner kicks, the Rams with an advantage of 5-0 in corner kicks as well. And certainly well on their way, as we said, but still a lot of soccer to be played. And our last game of the season here on the radio on AM 1380 WABH FM 100.3 will be tomorrow night. We can guarantee that one. That's going to be another sectional finals. It's going to be the boys in action in Class B2, and that's going to be a repeat from last year's championship matchup. It's the Haviland boys, the number 1 seed, taking on the number 4 seed Bishop Kearney Kings from Rochester. Last year it was the Rams coming away with a 4-0 victory up in Avon, and both teams looking impressive in their first 2 sectional games. The Rams advancing on with a 6-0 victory last night. Bishop Kearney advancing on, beating the number 2 seed Penn Yan Mustang. So they've knocked off the 3 seed Williamson and number 2 seed Penn Yan to advance on, and they are the 6th seed coming into the play tomorrow. So certainly, again, that'll be a 6 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the air to be 10 or 15 minutes before that one for the pregame. And the Rams, the boys, seeking their 17th title, Section 5 title in program history. It'll be the 9th under Coach Hill if they can pull that one off. And 17th, as we said, in program history. So exciting times here at Haverling, certainly through the soccer season. I know early on we were just glad that the teams were able to be on the field and playing, and now that we've gotten this far, certainly it's an exciting time for the girls tonight and the boys tomorrow to be playing in a sectional final, getting the entire season in, and having a chance to bring home that big wooden trophy, which is right now it's sitting down on a table on the track. And certainly with the Rams with a 3-goal lead, if you can look over and see that sitting there and saying, in 40 minutes, if we can hold on to this, certainly going to be a little bit of inspiration for you to see that there, to be able to raise that at the end of the night if they can hold on. Both teams kind of wrapping up their halftime talk. They're coming back over to their benches. And with that, we're going to send it back to the studio for another quick word from our sponsors.
The far sideline is going to be a throw-in out of their defensive end for LeRoy. Checking around, as we said, that was a quick counterattack all the way down through the midfield, and got through at least three Ram defenders, and then slotted it underneath the diving Wheeler, found the back of the net, and that's where we stand, 3-1, 36 and a half minutes to go here in regulation. Here from Haverling Central School, tonight's Class B2 championship matchup between the Rams and the Knights. Throw in, Lukenbach taking that throw on the far sideline, comes down, Chakowski leaves it for Smith. Smith going to drop it back to Creeley. Creeley now finds Yardom. She's about 20 yards out, knocked over to the near side to Anders. Anders leaves it for Yardom again. She's on the in the 18, crosses it off the foot of that's number 1 there, Emily Scott. Scott plays the ball out to Lucky. Lucky's still looking backward. Finally, she turns, plays the ball forward down this left side for Condodorio again. Lukenbach trying to catch up with her. Condodorio's at the 18 again. A couple of LeRoy players tracking through the middle. Played out this time by Rusak. Now it's finally cleared
out to Smith. She tries to keep it in. She does right here at midfield. Knocks it forward again. She's got Yardom going down the right-hand side. Quick back and forth action here. It's LeRoy on one end. It's the Rams looking to counter on the other. Yardom here battling with Amara Condodorio. Yardom crosses it off the near post, out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for LeRoy. The second half starting off with all sorts of action. LeRoy getting that first goal here quick into the second half. And then we've been back and forth. LeRoy countering going down the left-hand side here. The Rams knock it out. They're going down the right-hand side. Finally, it's going to be a goal kick. Headed in by Smith down to Yardom. She turns. She's got it at about the 20. Got her back to goal, trying to find her left foot. She's got Dumbra on her. Plays it off for Dixon at the 18. Ball comes out. Keister knocks the ball forward. Up to Condodorio again. She nods the ball down. Looking for Rinker down this left side. A little bit too far behind her. Going to go out of bounds. And Haverling, Mia Ender is going to take this throw in right in front of the LeRoy bench. There's Smith, chests it down, flicks it up and over. Keister and Smith going for it. Keister heads it down right to the foot of Dixon. Dixon loses possession out of bounds in front of the Rams bench. And it's going to be Scott taking the throw in right to the foot of Keister. Smith knocks it forward to Yardom. And Keister just going to, that was a good tackle if you're playing football. Keister took Yardom down. And it's going to be a direct kick now for the Rams. Maya Rusak coming up. She's going to take this kick in no hurry, about 35 yards out, right in front of the Rams bench. Rams at that far post. They've got one at the near post. Looks to be Enders making a run down the near post. Rusak going to put this ball in play, trying to get that ball to the far post. Gets it up and over. It is at the far post, about 6 yards out. Smith flicks it on just off the near post and out of bounds. Good header there by Smith, but it just wide of the goal. And Biggins she was there watching it sail just wide, out of bounds, and a goal kick for LeRoy. Condodorio set to take this again. There's a bunch of LeRoy players. This one comes down. Keister just lets it flick on. Comes down to Dixon. Dixon's got one on her. She tries to knock it forward. Going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be a foul again called on LeRoy. That was number 5, Benware, with a little bit of a hold. And Coach Clancy's going to set it up for Maya Rusak here. About 40 yards out, almost the same spot, a little bit farther out as they just took that direct that Smith got a header on. We'll see if they can get this one on frame. This ball played in, this one's to the near post. About down in front of the box, Burns leaves it, and it's going to come to this near sideline. Enders trying to get to it, couldn't quite do it. Lukenbach tracks over Condodorio. On the ball as it gets past Lukenbach. Rusak comes up, puts some pressure on Condodorio, knocks the ball out of bounds, and the Rams going to have a throw in Lukenbach for the Rams right here at midfield. Looking for Smith, backheaded by Rinker. Second one down to second header won by Emily Scott there, out of bounds again. Lukenbach, this is a backhead by Smith. Yardom trying to keep it in. She's going to knock it out, trying to get around that corner, and a throw in for number 6, Dombra, for the Knights. Out of bounds. This time it's going to be the Rams. They're back and forth. Got a deflection. They thought it was going to be a LeRoy throw, but it is a Rams throw. The linesman saying there was a deflection. Quick throw by Smith down to Yardom on her foot. Plays the ball into the middle. Chakowski trying to come across. She does. Gets the ball into the box. A little bit too far out in front. That deflected off of the defender, Condodorio, Mara Condodorio, and right into the hands of Biggins. This punt, one hop into the center circle. Lukenbach tries to get on it. Leaves it for Dixon. Dixon going to knock the ball to the outside, out of bounds here on the near sideline. And LeRoy, their coach, come over. Nice skills there. Traps the ball. Leaves it for Emily Scott for the throw-in. Going to go out of bounds again. And this time it's going to be a Haverling throw. Sydney Burns is picking that ball up, going to take the throw in for the Rams. Yardom again still battling with Dombra. She lets this one go off the foot of Dombra. And again a Haverling throw. Burns set to take the throw in. Got the ball from Clancy. It's Dixon coming over now to help out. That's up off the head of Dombra. Second header played down the right side. Enders stepping up in front, going to knock the ball out of bounds. She got around Rinker, not quite able to possess the ball out of bounds. Throw in up and over. This is to Creeley. Creeley pops it forward to Burns. A couple of Rams players right there, Burns and Smith. Played out now to Bryn Lucky right at midfield. She plays the ball down the left-hand side. Rinker battling with Enders there. Enders doing a nice job taking the ball away right down the right-hand side. She looks for Yardom and just barely out of bounds. Good ball there, played right down the sideline by Enders in front of the Rams bench. Yardom tried to keep it in, couldn't quite get to it, and a throw in now for LeRoy. Big throw up over midfield, headed up in the air by Enders, down to the foot of Condodorio. She's battling with Creeley now. Ball into the middle. Burns plays this one forward. Smith trying to keep it in. Can't quite do it, off her foot, out of bounds. We're 10 minutes into the second half. LeRoy with a quick goal here in the second half, making it a 3-1 game. The Haverling Rams leading 3-1 over the Yoaktun Knights. This is Dombra again off the chest of Enders. Keister plays the ball forward to Lucky. Lucky's got Thorpe on her back, plays the ball into the corner off Condodorio, and it's going to go off the foot of Creeley, out of bounds, off the end line, and a corner kick for LeRoy. This is their first of the night. They trail 3-1 to the Haverling Rams. 29 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the second half. It's the Rams 3-1 over the Yoaktun Knights. This ball played in by Keister all the way to the far post, headed out there by Smith. She's trying to win the second ball too. She does, about 20 yards out. Not only did she head it, but she's breaking out now out of the Rams defensive end. Going to play it forward to Tchaikovsky. She's got some space going down the left side for the Rams. Got Yardom in the middle, leaves it for Yardom. It's Dixon making an overlapping run. She's going to get it. Had to slow down to get the ball. Now Dixon's got it on her left foot. She gets a shot out. Nice diving save there by Biggins. That was going in the lower side netting. And Biggins just outstretched hand, gets a piece of it, tips it wide, and a corner kick for the Rams. If you're just joining us, the second half has been end-to-end. It's been counterattack after counterattack with both teams trying to break through. That time it was Smith breaking out of the Rams defensive end, playing the ball forward to Tchaikovsky, got all the way over to Dixon. She got a nice left-footed shot off from 18. And Biggins with a big diving save. Just an outstretched hand, tipped it wide. And it's Rusak now with a corner kick. Their seventh of the night here for the Rams. Their first of the second half. It is Rusak on this near sideline. Nice ball in over the top of the goalkeeper. Still in front. And it's going to be a push called on the Rams. The goalkeeper went up and she was pushed forward. And it did go over her head. The Rams found the back of the net. But it's going to be a foul call on the Rams. And a direct kick coming out from the goal box for LeRoy. That was a great ball in there by Rusak. This ball won by Burns on the goal kick. Can't quite control it, but it's coming to this near sideline. It's going to be Enders knocking it out. She got to it before Rinker, but no, all she could do was knock it out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in. Number one here, Emily Scott for LeRoy. Headed in by Smith, looking for Burns. Off the foot of Keister. It's Lukenbach playing it forward now, looking for Yardom. It's Amara Condodorio taking that ball away from Yardom. Plays the ball forward to Lucky. Lucky's got Thorpe on her back. She lays it backward. And it's Rusak coming across. She's going to play the ball forward off the foot of Condodorio. And it's Wheeler coming off her line about 15 yards out, diving on it. As Dixon was there to shield Condodorio off, making sure she couldn't get to that ball. And Wheeler pulls it in and looking to punt now for the Rams. Rusak got a clear on that, but it was bounced right off the foot of Condodorio into the goal box. And as we said, Wheeler read it well, came off her line. Now it's Yardom able to win the ball on the far sideline, leaves it in the middle for Tchaikovsky. She tries to play a through ball. She does. She finds Smith. Biggins is coming out. Smith has got it past Biggins. She's got two back there. Back to Yardom. Goal for the Rams! Keegan Smith taking that ball around Biggins. She found Yardom about the 12-yard line. She just laid it out in front. There were two defenders back there, but Yardom, she split them, found the back of the net. That's a hat trick for Ella Yardom tonight, putting the Rams up 4-1 here. 26 minutes, 19 seconds to go. It's the Haverling Rams 4, the LeRoy Oakton Knights 1. Great ball in there by Tchaikovsky, and it was Smith getting past the goalkeeper, Biggin. She came out, tried to read it, but she wasn't quick enough to get to it. Smith just touched it around her to the touchline and didn't have an angle to put it on net, so she laid it out in front. Ella Yardom was there at the 12, and she buried it in the back of the net, just around in between those two defenders. Off the kickoff now, North Rose trying to find Condodorio. It's Bella Condodorio going down the right-hand side, and Natalie Creeley now stepping up and defending her with the speed. Creeley able to stay stride for stride with her. She knocks the ball out of bounds, and a throw in now for LeRoy. Ball into Keister. She turns on it. Nope, ball, it's going to say it went out of bounds. The linesman raised the flag. He's right on the touch line, so was able to see that and raised the flag out of bounds, and a throw in for the Rams. Out of their defensive end, it's going to be Sydney Burns coming across to take the throw for the Rams. As we said, Yardom getting on the scoreboard for the third time tonight. Her hat trick. I believe that's at least her, I think it's her fourth of the season, Ella Yardom. And just a reminder, if you haven't seen it, WETM has a fall MVP. There's 4 players that are up for all of the northern tier of Pennsylvania and southern tier of New York. Ella Yardom is on that list of the top 4 players, MVPs for that. So you can vote online for that one for the girls. And also for the boys, Kiefer Calkins also on the list for the boys. So get online, WETM News, and get out there and vote for Ella Yardom for the girls and Kiefer Calkins for the boys for the MVP for the fall season on WETM. Ball off the end line now. It's going to be Rusak going to put this in play. Just under 25 minutes to go here in the second half. The Rams just found the back of the net again. They lead 4-1 over the LeRoy Oakton Knights. Ball in the midfield now. Played up and over down the left side. Yardom was about a yard onside that time. She's trying to get around the last defender. She does. Pulls it back. Plays it into the middle. She was too quick for the rest of her teammates. They couldn't quite catch up to her. She played the ball across to the 18. Nobody there. And LeRoy going to knock it out to midfield. Emily Beers hustling back. Or Olivia Beers hustling back. Knocking that ball out of bounds at midfield. Giving the Knights a throw in. Right below us here in the press box. We are in the press box here at the Turf Stadium from Haverling Central School. Tonight's Class B2 championship matchup. The Rams leading 4-1 over the Knights from LeRoy. Ball played forward to Rinker. Rinker plays it all the way across. Nobody on the other side of the field. Lukenbach going to run across, and it looks like she's going to get to it before it goes out of bounds. She's got some space now in front of her. Lucky tracking over there with her for LeRoy. She plays the ball forward to Yardom. Too much pace on that for Yardom to handle. Now it's LeRoy with possession on the far side. Number 9, that's Michelle. Still on the ball. Leaves it to the outside. Going around the corner. And it's going to go out of bounds. And the Rams going to have a throw in. I believe it's Lukenbach going to pick it up about 10 yards in their defensive end. Lukenbach set to take the throw for the Rams. 23 minutes to go. It's the Rams 4, the Knights 1 here from Haverling Central School. Ball gets forward to Yardom. She plays it to the outside. Smith's over there. She's got Tchaikovsky on the outside. Yardom trying to look for the return pass. She's into the box again. She's got 2 defenders on her. And ball knocked away. I believe that was Amara Condodorio knocking away from Yardom. Knocked it backwards, and Biggins was able to pick that ball up. Out into the center circle, backheaded by Keister off the head of Dixon. Still going forward now. It's Condodorio battling with Creeley. And Creeley doing a nice job playing it forward. Finds Tchaikovsky. She plays it forward to Yardom down the left-hand side. She's got Tchaikovsky, and now Smith making a run into the middle. Tchaikovsky turns up, squares up, looks to cross, goes to the end lines. Still, she's in the box now, about 6 yards out, trying to slide it through. Can't quite do it. Now looking for Tchaikovsky. Still not out. Dixon gets a shot up and over, out of bounds. That was about 20 yards out. It was bouncing too high. She flicked it, and it went up and over the goal, out of bounds for a goal kick for the Knights. It is going to be Condodorio set to take this goal kick for LeRoy. As Enders checks back in for Beers. Backheaded there by Keister. up to the foot of Lucky. She's got Thorpe on her back. She turns, Thorpe defending her there. Thorpe tries to knock it away, couldn't quite do it. Lucky plays it down the left-hand side to Condodorio. Rusak coming across, gets a piece of that. Creeley checking back as well. She plays the ball back out into the midfield, kept in there by Benware. Benware forward again to Lucky. Lucky's going to drop it back to Benware. Smith takes it away. She's at midfield, knocked in this time by Emily Scott. Up and over, 2 hops. Chested down by Rusak. She's going to knock it out of danger. Center circle to Yardom. Yardam's got Scott on her back. Back to Yardom. She's turning now, plays it forward, looking for Smith. Smith's got Condodorio. Smith and Condodorio, they both go down. No foul called. Smith's still down. Condodorio gets up. The goalkeeper Biggins picks it up here. And Smith gives a thumbs up to the official as he was checking on her to make sure she was okay. Going to give a thumbs up, and now Biggins going to punt it out. Kept in there by Dixon. Bouncing around now in the midfield. Lukenbach can't win it, but Burns does. She plays it down the right side. Here's Smith again. She's on the touchline on this right side. She squares up, gets it to, tries to get around Scott, can't do it. Goes out of bounds off the foot of Scott. And the Rams with a throw in now in their attacking end. Going to be Sydney Burns coming across to take this throw. Coach Clancy's going to track down and get the ball. And Burns going to take the throw now in their attacking end for the Rams. She's got Smith over here. It looks to be Dixon coming to meet her. Throws it into the corner to Smith. Scott going to knock it out of bounds again. And again, the Rams going to have a throw in. Before that, we're at the mass break. 19 minutes, 54 seconds to go here in the second half. It's the Haverling Rams 4. The LeRoy Oakton Knights 1. And with the mass break, we're going to send it back to our studio for a quick word from our sponsors. 2 minutes here. Back to tonight's Class B2 sectional finals between the Haverling Rams and the LeRoy Oakton Knights here on the Rams Radio Network, AM 1380 WABH, FM 100.3. We got 19 minutes, 54 seconds to go in regulation. It's the Rams leading 4-1 over LeRoy. They're looking for more. They've got the throw in here coming in after the mass break. It's going to be Sydney Burns down here just to the right of us under the press box in their attacking end. They've got Yardom there. They've got Dixon checking back to the ball. It's going to go off the foot of Dixon off the end line, and a goal kick for the Knights. It's Ellie Yardom finding the back of the net 3 times for the Rams tonight. Keegan Smith adding the 4th, and they lead 4-1. It was Bella Condodorio for LeRoy, getting LeRoy on the board right after the half. About 2 minutes into the second half, she made it 3-1, but then Yardom picked up her 3rd of the night, putting the Rams up 4-1 here. Shortly after that, it's the Rams 4, the Knights 1, and a foul now called on Rinker. Getting a little talking to from the official just to settle it down a little bit of a push on Enders, and the Rams going to take this direct kick about 45 yards out. It's going to be Rusak set to put this ball in play. As Smith leaves it, she's going to make a run now into the box there at the 18. It's Burns and Smith in there. Yardom as well. This ball in by Rusak. One hop to the 18. Smith able to knock it back to Dixon. Dixon's at a little bit of space in front of her, plays it down the left side to Yardom. Yardim's about the edge of the box on that side, trying to get to the end line and defend it over there. Still inbounds. Finally knocked out. That's number 6, Dombra, for LeRoy off the far sideline. The Rams going to have a throw in. Looks to be Tchaikovsky going to leave it for Burns over there. As Sydney Burns tracks over to the other side, going to take this throw in for the Rams on that far sideline. They're still in there attacking end. This one comes down to the foot of Yardom all the way across, about 20 yards out. Enders trying to get on the end of it. She knocks it square to Tchaikovsky. Back out to the foot of Dixon. Dixon takes a shot. It's up and over, just over the crossbar and out of bounds. Nice shot there from about 30 from Lillian Dixon. It looked to be dipping, but it didn't dip quite enough, and over the crossbar and out of bounds. It's going to be another goal kick for the Knights. Condodorio set to take this one again. Dixon wins this one. Comes down to Lukenbach. She plays it forward to Yardom. Yardom's got Tchaikovsky at the 18. She waited for it, and Condodorio took it away from off the foot of Tchaikovsky. Going down the left side now, Tchaikovsky over there going to be knocked out of bounds again. Haverling with a throw in on the far sideline. Looking to get this ball again in their attacking end. And Burns set to take the throw in over there. 17 minutes to go here. The Rams still leading 4-1 over the Knights from LeRoy. It's Yardom taking the ball away. Double team now taken away from her. And a foul going to be called on Yardom. Yardom went down, but the foul was called on Ellie Yardom. And it's going to be a direct kick now out of the defensive end for LeRoy. Up and over, right to the foot of Dixon. Dixon pops it straight up in the air. Bounces once. Keister goes up, wins the second header over the top of Burns. Dixon knocks it forward again. Smith chests it down. She's got Keister on her, leaves it to the outside, looking for Enders. Can't quite make that connection now. Up and forward, and going to be Thorpe just shielding that ball out. Lucky tried to get around her off the foot of Lucky, out of bounds, and Haverling going to have a throw in. Again, right in front of the LeRoy bench. 16 minutes to go. They're still leading 4-1, looking for their second championship, Section 5 championship of program history here, and the first since 1998 for the Haverling Rams. To throw in again here, going to be Beers going to leave it for Burns. As Beers going to go to the far sideline. Tchaikovsky checking over to the ball. They've got Yardom down the right-hand side, as well as Smith. Going to look for Yardom off the head of Yardom. She does cross it into the box, 2 hops, and it's going to be Biggins coming off her line, pulling that ball in before Smith could get to it as that ball was crossed in. Nice punt right to the center circle. 1 hop down to the head of Creeley. Creeley heads it forward, backheaded there by Burns, right to the foot of Keister. She plays it up and over, and Rusak now playing it forward. She finds Smith. Smith has the ball taken away. Megan Benware taking that ball away. Now it's LeRoy maintaining a little possession in their back. Plays the ball forward to Lucky. She leaves it to the outside. Can't make the connection to Keister as Burns. As we said earlier, Burns, I think, has got Keister pretty much locked up here tonight. This ball going to be played out by LeRoy to the foot of Keister. She's got Burns on her. Burns still just slowing her down, frustrating her. Double team comes from Yardom. Ball dropped back now to Scott. She plays the ball up and over to Rinker. Rinker's got Chakowski on her, checking back into the midfield, and Dixon trying to play the ball up and over, looking for Yardom. Couldn't quite do it. Headed out there by LeRoy. Now it's at the foot of Lucky in the center circle. She's defended by Thorpe. Again, she's going side to side. Thorpe making her go side to side. She plays the ball forward to Condodorio. Condodorio has Creeley on her. Nice slide tackle on the far sideline by Creeley. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Going to give a throw in to the LeRoy Oakton Knights, but didn't allow Condodorio to cut that corner, get around her, knock the ball out of bounds. And LeRoy going to have a throw in on the far sideline in their attacking end. Here we got 14 minutes to go here in regulation. The Rams still leading 4-1. On the far sideline now, Rams not really giving them much to work with. It comes down to the foot, and Lukenbach going to knock it all the way out as Yardom tracks over. She gets tripped up, and a foul going to be called. They got their legs caught up, did Yardom, and I believe that was Amara Condodorio. And Yardom went down, and the Rams going to have a direct kick out of their defensive end now as Rusak comes over to take this kick for the Rams. Coach Ordway moving a little bit of her speed back into the defensive midfield. Meredith Chakowski usually on the attack, trying to get around the defense, going to goal. She's now back and looks to be playing kind of a defensive midfield on this side, just to counteract a little bit of the speed from LeRoy, making sure they don't track anything and get around the Rams' defense. As Chakowski looks to be on the back of number 12, Megan Rinker, for the Knights. Goal kick on the far sideline, headed straight up in the air by Beers. Comes down back into the midfield. Lukenbach tracking back, still on the ball. Finally, it's Condodorio going to leave it back. Going to go down the right-hand side. Creeley knocks it away. Back into the middle, it's Burns. She's got some space. She's got Keister in front of her. Tries to play the ball forward. Amara Condodorio thought she had a handball. She stopped. It came down to the foot of Smith, and Smith leaves it out to Yardom. The official called a play on the handball. Yardom back into the box. Not quite, and it's cleared out. Not quite out of danger, though. It's Lukenbach about 20 yards out, trying to keep it in, and it's going to be played backwards now on that far sideline. And Lukenbach now trying to get to it as Condodorio checks back. And the Rams going to have a throw in on the far sideline. That ball bounced up, and it looked like it went off the hand of Amara Condodorio, and she thought so too. She kind of stopped playing, but it came down to the foot of Smith, and the official called play on. And fortunately for the Knights, the Rams didn't get anything out of it, as Condodorio, like I said, just kind of stopped, thinking a handball was going to be called on her. Throw in deep into the corner. Smith turns, gets the cross in front. It's into the box at about the 18. Yardom can't quite get to it. Ball bounces out to Chakowski. She plays it forward to Yardom again. Chakowski now on the right-hand side. She's looking to cross it. One in front. She leaves it back for Yardom. Yardom plays it across to the 12. It's Burns in front. Burns gets taken down from behind by Keister, and it's a penalty kick. The whistle blows. Keister from behind, taking Sydney Burns down in the box. And it's going to be a penalty kick for the Rams, as Keegan Smith going to step up, take this, set it down, and she's going to wait for the whistle. The official kind of looking around there. He's on the far sideline. The linesman is on the touchline watching to see to make sure. There's the whistle. Smith with a shot. Right-hand side, it's the back of the net. The Rams lead 5-1 over the LeRoy Oakton Knights. PK there by Keegan Smith. It's been the freshman connection here. It's been Yardom to Smith to Yardom again, and now Smith. 5 goals for the Rams, all coming off the foot of the 2 freshmen on the team, 2 of the 3 freshmen on the team, Ella Yardom and Keegan Smith. They lead 5-1 in this championship matchup here tonight from Haverling. LeRoy again set to take the kickoff. 11 minutes, so 16 seconds to go here in regulation. The Rams seem to have this well in hand, 5-1 over the Knights. Still 11 minutes to go, though. Certainly a lot of soccer to be played. That ball played all the way down into the box into the hands of Carly Wheeler. She picks it up, punts it straight up in the air. Lucky heads it forward looking for Condodorio. Back to the foot of Lucky, taken away by Dixon. She's got some space with her left foot, tries to play it up over midfield, can't quite do it. Comes down now to number 5 there, Benware. She goes down the right-hand side looking for Condodorio, and it goes out of bounds. The Rams going to have another throw in on that far sideline. Up and over midfield, one hop over Ali Yardim's head. And right back to the midfield, double team there are the Rams trying to get the ball away. They can't. Now it's Dixon now going to leave it back for all the way back to Rusak. She's got some space. Condodorio trying to cut it down. Ball into the midfield now to Burns. At the center circle, she's trying to get it up and over to Yardim. Can't quite do it. Back to Dixon. Dixon's going to try Yardim. She gets it to her foot this time. Smith's down the left side, and it's knocked away. Keister and Yardim now battling. Burns now in front of Keister. Playing it forward now to Lucky. There's Thorpe again, knocking the ball away from Lucky. Keister with a slide tackle, knocking the ball away from Yardim. She doesn't like the call. It was a slide tackle. The official says no more, and it's going to be a direct kick for the Rams. Slide tackle there coming from behind. It's just dangerous to take a tackle on like that. Keister didn't like the call, but she certainly got enough of Yardim for the call to be taken. And Rusak going to put this one in play. In their attacking end now, about 5 yards. It's Rusak with the Rams lined up just outside the 18. This ball's going to come in at the 18, trying to backhead it by Smith. Lukenbach trying to keep it in. Going to go all the way to the outside to Logan Shirley over there. She plays the ball forward up to midfield. Creeley maintains possession into Dixon. Dixon's got one in front. She's playing the ball across the middle. Plays a diagonal ball. A little bit too much directly in. Biggins going to come off her line, pull the ball in. Dixon was looking for Smith, making a run into the box. Too much pace on it, and Biggins comes off her line, pulls the ball in. Now she's going to punt it into the center circle. Trapped down there, down to the foot of Benware. Benware plays it forward and knocked out this time by Thorpe. Came off of Lucky to go get that ball. Going down the right-hand side now. It's finally it's Rusak tracking over, going to stop the ball as Lukenbach, I think, was tracking back with that attacker for the LeRoy. Now it's Yardim on the ball in their attacking end. She's going to maintain possession. She's got Smith with her. Nope, that's Burns with her. Smith is out in front. Burns going to lay it out to the outside to Enders. Enders going to lose possession out of bounds on the far sideline, but the Rams lead 5-1. 8 minutes to go in tonight's championship matchup. The Rams 5-1 over the Oakton Knights. Dixon going to blast that one out of bounds on the far side, and another throw in for the Knights in their defensive end. Come down to the foot of Keister. She leaves it. Ball goes up and over. 2 hops right to the foot of Rusak. Rusak going to pound it forward again. Amara Condodorio comes up, wins it before Smith can get to that one. And it's going to come all the way out of bounds on this near side off the Rams. And JV coach Adam Dietz hopping up to trap that one. Get it back to LeRoy. It's Keister now battling with Burns right here at midfield. Burns not allowing her to turn. She's going to leave it back for Dombra. Dombra plays it forward. Knocked out there by Dixon. Still battling now. Now it's to Rinker. Rinker plays it off her foot. Dixon wins it again. She turns it up, looking for Burns, off the hip of Burns, out of bounds, and a throw in again. It's going to be number 1, Emily Scott, going to take this throw in right here at midfield. Back to Condodorio. She plays it up and over, headed forward this time by Dixon. Down to the foot of Enders. Enders plays it to the outside to Yardim. She's got Dombra on her. A little bit of space. She's going to turn face up. Dombra's going to try to slow her down. Yardim tries to play it down the left-hand side, looking for Enders, and Dombra's going to knock it out of bounds for a throw-in for the Rams. Just a reminder, tomorrow night, Board Championship Soccer here on AM 1380 WABH, FM 100.3. It's the Hammerling boys in action for their Class B2 championship matchup, taking on the Bishop Kearney Kings. That's going to be a 6 o'clock start. We'll be on the air 10 or 15 minutes before kickoff. That ball played all the way across. It's Burns here on this near sideline. She's got 2 defenders on her. She's going to turn face up. She's just in no hurry. She's maintaining possession. Plays the ball now into the center of the field for Lukenbach. Luckenbach can't quite control it. Going to go off her foot, and LeRoy looking to counter, trying to get the ball out of their back defensive end. Luckenbach leads it back for Dixon, back to Luckenbach. And it's going to be Scott coming up, playing the ball forward off the chest of Lucky. Lucky nods it down, going backwards, leaves it for Keister. Keister got Burns in front of her again. Keister still on the ball at midfield, going to be double teamed by Tchaikovsky. She gets around Tchaikovsky, going down the left side now. Tchaikovsky with her speed tracking back, knocking the ball out of bounds, and giving the Knights a throw in. They are in their attacking third. Tchaikovsky doing a nice job. She got beat here at midfield, but she tracked back, knocked the ball out of bounds, and a throw in at the 5-minute mark. The Rams lead 5-1 with 5 minutes to go here in tonight's Class B2 championship final in Section 5. As we said, tomorrow night it's the boys in action here, right here at the same turf field against the Bishop Kearney Kings. A repeat of last year's championship game. The Rams won that one 4-0, and we'll expect a good one tomorrow night here from Haverling. Again, the championship games here, due to COVID being played at the home team of the higher seed. The Rams are the number 1 seed for the boys, and they'll be hosting the Kings from Bishop Kearney. This ball in from the corner front by Keister, headed out there by Smith. Still going to lay it back now, and one hop. It's going to bounce into the chest of Carly Wheeler. That ball played in there by number 1, Emily Scott. One hop into Wheeler. She's able to pull it in. Now she's looking to punt here from the 18. Comes down off the head of Sydney Burns. She backheads it. It's Smith trying to get on the end of it. Condodorio going to knock it forward as Luckenbach almost trips over the player there, number 9, Michelle. Still through the midfield now. Rinker plays it forward, and Thorpe off the side of her foot, right to the head of Creeley. And Condodorio now on this left-hand side, going to be knocked out of bounds by the Rams. And another throw in for LeRoy. The Oakton Knights taking this throw in on this near sideline. Going to be number 1, Emily Scott, coming up to take this throw for LeRoy, going down the left-hand side. That is Condodorio trying to get around Creeley. She does. She crosses it in with her left foot to the near post. Wheeler comes down on her knees, pulls the ball in, and again going to punt it for the Rams out of their goal box. Wheeler trying to go down that left-hand side, looking for Beers. Beers trying to keep it in. She does. She's got Smith out in front of her, tries to play it to her, but it goes out of bounds right at midfield on the far sideline. 3 minutes to go. Looks like the Rams are going to clinch their second championship, Section 5 championship in program history. They lead 5-1. We're under 3 minutes to go here from Haverling Central School, the Turf Stadium here in Bath. LeRoy maintaining possession here in the midfield, up and over. Backheaded there by LeRoy, right to the foot of Rusak. Kept in by LeRoy, and Wheeler comes out quickly off her line at the 12, slides down, gets to the ball. I believe that was Condodorio again trying to get into the box. Wheeler pulls that off her foot, now punts it out to Dixon. Dixon trying to play it forward. She does. Up and over down the left-hand side looking for Yardom. Yardom's battling back there with Dombra. And Dombra's going to just knock it out of bounds. Didn't want the speed of Yardom to get around her. And going to knock it out of bounds. And the Rams going to sub again. It's Enders coming into the game. This time for Luckenbach. And with a sub here in the last couple minutes, the clock's going to stop. Emma Luckenbach doing a nice job tonight. Freshman called up about halfway through the season from the JV team, and she certainly has done a nice job for Coach Ordway here in the second half of the season, and a great job here tonight against this powerful and potent attack from the LeRoy team. She was part of shutting them down. Carly Wheeler in goal helped to shut them down. Maya Rusak, certainly Natalie Creeley, and Kelsey Thorpe doing a great job shutting them down in the back. Sydney Burns doing a great job on Maddie Keister, the leading scorer and playmaker for LeRoy. And the Rams give up one goal, but they found the back of the net 5 times. We're under the 2-minute mark, and it's going to be a goal kick for LeRoy here. Late in the game, we're at just about a minute and a half. The Rams up 5-1 over the LeRoy Oakton Knights. You could see the excitement on the bench for the Rams players. Again, this is a little bit of history here. The second time in program history to bring home a Section 5 championship for this girls team. And the boys are looking to do it again tomorrow. They're looking for their third in a row and 17th in program history for the boys, but certainly a great accomplishment here for the girls. Good season all year long, and certainly being rewarded here tonight with this Class B2 sectional championship. Impressive 5-1 victory if they can hold on here. They're ahead 5-1, under a minute to go. LeRoy does have a throw in at the midfield. The excitement, the girls are up on the benches, they're jumping up and down, and the fans certainly hooting and hollering here, a minute to go. Exciting night here in Haverling for this Haverling girls soccer program. I know there's a lot of players out there watching. I'm going to give a shout out to my daughter as well. She's one of those ones that went through all the years, couldn't quite bring home a championship trophy, but the program certainly is proud here tonight of the Haverling girls bringing home their second trophy in program history. Playing it around, it's Yardom again. We'll see if she can find the end of the back of the net here. She's being chased down by Rinker. Shoots near post off the end, sideline, and out of bounds. And that's going to do it. It's the Haverling Rams claiming their second Section 5 championship in program history. They impressive 5-1 victory over the LeRoy Oakton Knights in tonight's Class B2 championship matchup. It's the Haverling girls winning Section 5 championship here tonight. Certainly impressive all night long, all season long for the Haverling girls, Coach Ordway, and all sorts of congratulations going on the sideline, as it should be. The Haverling girls, an impressive 5-1 victory tonight's championship matchup. Just to recap, the presentation's going to be taking place here. The Rams led 3-0 at the half. It was Ella Yardom about 5 minutes in, getting them on the scoreboard. A nice through ball played there by Meredith Chakowski. And then it was Keegan Smith off a rebound from off the foot of Lillian Dixon. She found the back of the net. Then it's a couple minutes later. It was Yardom again off a rebound, another rebound off of a Lillian Dixon shot. That's where we stood at the half. Coming out of the half, LeRoy looked to make it a game. They got on the board early in the second half, but then it was Yardom again, making it 4-1, and then to wrap it up, it was Keegan Smith with the penalty kick and making it 5-1. That's where we ended, and certainly an exciting, thrilling championship game here for Haverling. The players from LeRoy being introduced as Haverling will be receiving those sectional patches. The captains will come out and pick up the wood, as they say, the Section 5 trophy for the Class B2 championship here tonight for the girls. Well, they're doing the presentation. We're going to send it back to our station for a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back with tonight's post-game wrap-up and tonight's player of the game. Let's do 2 minutes here. Brian.
Number 23, Ella Bridges. And the head coach for the LeRoy Oakton Knights, Riley Schwennebraten. Congratulations to the Haverling Rams, winner of the 2020 Class B2 Section 5 Soccer Championship. Each member of the team will receive a first place medal, a championship shield, and a championship t-shirt. At this time, I'll call the lineups from Haverling. Number 1, Abby Spies. Number 2, Lauren House. Number 3, Jillian Osinski. Number 4, Reagan Faulkner. Number 5, Sydney Burns. Number 6, Lillian Dixon. Number 7, Ella Yardom. Number 8, Natalie Creeley. Number 9, Mia Enders. Number 10, Keegan Smith. Number 11, Riley Hode. Number 12, Kaden Sturmel. Number 13, Olivia Beers. Number 14, Julie Stratton. Number 15, Meredith Chakowski. Number 16, Maya Rusak. Number 17, Carly Wheeler. Number 18, Elsie Thorpe. Number 19, Leah McNally. Number 20, Haley Garrich. Number 21, Emma Lukenbach. Number 22, Caden Taggart. And number 23, Lydia Dixon. Head coach for the Rams, Ray Nordway. And at this time, it is our pleasure to present the 2020 Section 5 Class B2 Championship Trophy to the Haverling Rams. Will the captains and coach please step forward to accept this reward?
Tonight's Class B2 Championship wrap-up here. It's the Haverling girls coming away with an impressive 5-1 victory and claiming their second ever program championship here tonight. It's the captains now at midfield with their coach receiving the championship trophy from Section 5, the Class B2 championship. Certainly a huge congratulations goes out to all of them. And with that, tonight's player of the game, we're going to announce it now. It's going to be Ella Yardom. She found the back of the net 3 times for a hat trick, and she comes away with tonight's player of the game. And before we wrap up, too, certainly want to give a shout out to all the seniors for the Haverling Rams playing their last game of their career. Some of them I know came over from volleyball to join the soccer team and to be a part of this, and certainly rewarded here tonight. First, it's number 1, Abby Spees. Number 2, Lauren House. Number 9, Mia Enders. Number 13, Olivia Beers. Number 16, Maya Rusak. Number 17, Carly Wheeler. And number 22, Caden Taggart. Huge congratulations to them. A great career for them, certainly wrapping it up on a high note, winning a Section 5 championship for those seniors. Tonight will be their last game. As we said, there will be no New York State championship to advance on to. Tonight their last game, and wrapping it up in style, taking home the Class B2 championship for the Haverling Ram ladies program here. And tomorrow night the Rams are going to look to do the same thing on the boys side. They're going to take on the Bishop Kearney Kings. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the air about 10 minutes before that. It's the number 1 seed Haverling boys taking on the number 6 seed Bishop Kearney Kings here tonight, or tomorrow night, in the boys side of B2 championship action here in Section 5. That too will be right here from Haverling. And we're going to have the call for you here on AM 1380 WABH, FM 100.3, the Rams Radio Network. And until tomorrow night, our last game of the season, this is Mike Warren. I'm signing off, and everybody have a great evening, and congratulations to those Haverling Rams ladies soccer program. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.